Good morning, pregame crew. I'm never this late. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. So we're all set now. I was gonna video stream, show my face today, but too stressful now trying to get this started. We have PCE data in 3 minutes. If you're just now joining us, and I'm just now joining you, good morning. It is Friday, February 24th, 2023, 6:28 Mountain Time and 8:28 a.m. Eastern Time. We have PCE data in 2 minutes, and it will more than likely move the market. All right. So I'm going to have to go back. I see a lot of chart requests, and because I started late, I'm not going to have time to go through them all. So I want to make sure, I will get to some. I want to make sure that you have your levels before we go live with data. So the light gray areas over here are reflecting resistance and support. So those are your levels. 402.325 is your next resistance, and support is at 397.425. This should help answer the question, is this a diamond bullish reversal pattern, or is it continuation of this megaphone pattern, which are higher highs without follow through, lower lows without follow through, or is this a daily bear flag? We should get the answer soon. Thank you, Night Truck. I appreciate that. I'm going to say good morning to all y'all in just a second. All right, we have 1 minute PCE data. And what we're looking for is 0.4. 0.4% is the forecast. So we'll see what comes in. I am less worried about what it is. I'm more interested in what is the market's reaction. Y'all ready? Let's see what happens. Okay, it's down move, 397.425. Support still holding at the moment. That's holding. It's the low of yesterday. If we break it, and we break it just by a little bit, there could be an opportunity to get along here, because that would be the megaphone pattern we would expect. Okay, we're getting a lower wick of bulls buying this dip against 39.7425. It just makes a beautiful risk to reward when you can get within $1 of $3,900 instrument. Okay, here's the bear break. Now, does it get follow through? So what was the follow through here from lower low to lower low? 0.0, no. About 0.24%. So let's see if this little lower low without a lot of follow through, do the bulls buy it for potential megaphone continuation? Hourly RSI is now oversold. I am a much more comfortable bull right here. If we're up here against 402.5, then I'm a more comfortable bear. But I'm a more comfortable bull down here, just basically looking for that megaphone pattern, that lower low without a lot of follow through. How do you trade it? You could just wait for a 2 minute trend change. Or you could enter, it's too dicey right here. We got to wait for things to chill out a little bit. You'd want to see a little bit of bull volume come in before you buy that dip. And we have more data at 10 a.m. Eastern, so don't forget about that. We actually have a lot of data today. But this was the most important one. So it came in at 0.6. That's pretty hot. Wow. Personal spending is up. I'm sure the Fed was looking for that to come down. So the Fed has said the meeting before last that PCE is the most important economic piece of data that they use. So we'll see how the market digests this. It looks like it could be that daily bear flag. And I'm leaning more bearish overall as far as who's in control. This has just been sideways consolidation. Bears have the preceding trend on the 4 hour. So I am more comfortable, however, as a bull down here as far as risk to reward. I don't want to short in the hole. So I hope that makes sense. I have an overall bear thesis on the market, but down here at these lows, I'm a more comfortable bull. All right. So everything is just I'm kind of off this morning. So let's just kind of start over. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Charkow Lori. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter at Charkow Lori, that'd be great. And I am part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. And what I do here every morning is try to get you ready for the trading day. So let's look at the indices. And I see someone ask about Megaphone. Let me show you with the path thingamajig. This will kind of help you visualize. And I will tell you, this is one of the harder patterns to trade. You're getting higher highs without follow through, lower lows without follow through, higher highs without follow through, lower lows without follow through. And then the question was, were we going to set a diamond pattern over here? Or are we going to break this megaphone to the downside ever so slightly and then bounce? So right now we still have a megaphone pattern that's continuing to develop. If we look at Apple, y'all remember when I drew this yesterday? I had this on the chart for y'all, this hourly 50 MA, which I call the Great Wall of Louisiana. Look at this hourly 50 MA. That's where price rejected. And Apple didn't quite make a lower low here. It didn't break that 147.16. However, it could break 147.16 just by a hair and still be a broadening pattern. XLF. Do y'all see it? Higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. So we have a megaphone pattern on lots of charts, which means this could be a buyable dip. I think we can just wait for things to settle in and wait for the market to open. I don't see this market running away without us. I mean, it could, but we'll see. So good morning, everyone. Just know that I'm saying your names in my head right here, right now. And I just didn't have time to say hello to my friends. So that kind of stinks. NASDAQ, we broke below that 1202825. We hit 12023. So 12,000 psychological. If that breaks, your next support is down at 11,871. And look where this daily 200 MA is, at 11,94475. So this bear flag is confirming on NQ and ES. But bulls have a perfect opportunity to play defense this morning with that megaphone and be able to salvage this day. Let's see what they do down here. 12,000 psychological could be a great area to buy NASDAQ. But I wouldn't just buy it, just straight out buy it. I'd wait for bulls to prove something. I would want to see some bull volume on shorter term time frame, and I want some friends with me on the trade. RTY did not break the low of yesterday, 1884. It's holding up just a little bit better. You see that? Just a little better. Dow, we're down here testing it within $10. Pretty weak. Look at these EMAs. Look at this 8 EMA. Do you see that slope? You see how it's pointing down? Look at the slope of the 21 EMA. I don't think I've said SOTIMA in here for a while, so it's due. Slope of the EMA. The slope of the EMA shows you how fast either the bulls or bears are driving the bus. And obviously the bears are driving the bus. And look at that sharp angle. Look at the sharp degree that which it's turning down. So bears are definitely in control here. VIX 4-hour lower high is possible. I'm not getting a lot of information from VIX, so I should probably just skip it, but I'm getting a boatload of information from the dollar. Do y'all see this? Speaking of EMAs, look how they're just lined up. This is like, I always say cement, and y'all don't know what I'm saying because of my accent. But when we have these EMAs lined up below like layers of cake, that is, I hate to say cake because I want to show the supportive nature of it. It's stronger than cake, obviously, but very, very bullish. So DXY and ES, they're painting two very different pictures. The bulls are in charge of the dollar chart and they're driving the bus pretty darn fast. What is our next resistance? Is up at 105,631. 105,631. Well, they're really taking off on this. All right. And bonds are especially weak as well. And that's a headwind for the market. Hang Seng was down 1.68% overnight. DAX is down 0.64%. Sediment. Okay. It's not CPI, it's PCE data. And if you want to rewind, I showed the data. You can always look it up on investing.com. All right. Bitcoin is breaking down. These hourly EMAs are also telling a story on Bitcoin. Do you see how they're just firmly overhead? Ethereum looks different. You see how it's sideways? They're losing it now. So Ethereum is losing the EMAs and Bitcoin. Your next support for Bitcoin is 23728 and then 23612. Your resistance 24,000, 24,027, 24,132. I've been kind of focused on the hourly this morning on Bitcoin. Let me just zoom out on the daily. We're still inside yesterday's range. 4-hour higher low possible, not guaranteed against 23612. Ethereum. Ethereum, your next support is 1629. Bulls need to step up right here, right now to defend. And your next resistance is up at 1664. Gold, I would expect for it to be plummeting, and it is. I'm really fixated on 1809, and I recognize that word choice isn't very good. Fixated, because in trading, you need to stay agile and flexible at all times and accept all outcomes. This weekly 50 MA is at 1808.70, so 1809 area. We are looking for a weekly higher low. Odds favor it. Daily is approaching oversold. Daily's approaching oversold on gold. Weekly, we're looking for a higher low, and that 50 MA is right there. 1809. Well, if I love it so much, set an alert. If I love it so much, put a ring on it. And if you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description on YouTube to get a PDF explanation as to what all these EMAs on Lori's chart is. But the yellow, I'll just tell you quickly, the yellow is the 50 simple moving average. The purple is the 200 simple moving average. And the green is the 8 EMA. And the red is a 21 EMA. I like to use moving averages that algos seem to be very sensitive to. I don't like to make up my own stuff. I just want to stick with the basics. And 21, think about it. How many trading days do we have in the month? 21 days. It's mean reversion. So I really like for monthly to really see where that 21 EMA is, because mean reversion is usually, well, the index tends to return or revert back to the mean on the weekly and the monthly. All right, I forgot to tell y'all, I did my interview with Jared Tendler yesterday, the author of The Mental Game of Trading. Oh my God, I could have talked to him for hours. He was absolutely wonderful. So I can't wait to share that interview with you. It'll be coming out on our YouTube channel this weekend. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notify button, and you'll get a link, I hope, email link to the interview with Jared that I did yesterday. Okay, gold, I like gold around 1810 if dollar can find a temporary top, which right now it is not. Dollar is flying. Absolutely flying. My condolences to the euro and the yen. Okay, oil. I think Dan showed this on the 2-day and it sure did look better. Yeah, that looks much better. So we have a megaphone on oil. We got mega, mega, mega. So we have a lower high, higher low, higher high, lower low. And so over here, is this a diamond bullish reversal pattern forming on oil? Or is this just a megaphone? And if we break 82.66 without a lot of follow through, that would give more validity to the megaphone. Same thing if we break 72.25 without a lot of follow through, that would give more validity to the megaphone. But overnight, it's green. It's one of the few things that's green. 4 hour, we have plenty of room for higher low. So I like a bottom fish of oil down here as far as risk to reward compared to 73.80. But again, the dollar can impact commodities. It typically impacts gold more, which gold is expressed in dollars, so you would expect it to impact gold more because gold's a higher dollar amount. It can be a headwind for oil as well. And we see this incoming dollar strength really impacting oil here to the downside. Nat gas, we rolled over last night to NGJ 2023. That is the April contract. The March contract's expiring and the volume shifted. If you want to look at that volume and kind of compare, I could really see it on my broker. You see how that's kind of choppy? The volume is drying up over here. So we didn't have this major move overnight. Nat gas is only up 0.66%, but do you see the continuous contract is up 5.83%? That's not accurate. So Boyle is not going to be up, whatever Boyle is, 2 times? Is it 2 or 3 times? 2-3 times like the continuous contract, because it's actually following the specific month and we have some contango. And if you don't know what that is, that means you shouldn't be trading nat gas. All right. Nat gas has a double top up here at 250 and 2496. We have support at 2433. We're losing the hourly uptrend. So here, I like a top fish on this. So I would say this would be one of my queen of the mountain trades, is I would be looking to go long cold if you don't trade futures, or short nat gas against 250. I like the size of this pullback, and typically we get a pullback of this size, the bounce, you anticipate a lower high. When you go straight from a higher high to a lower low, typically on the next bounce you're going to set a lower high. So the bears down here on ES, let me show you the exception to that rule. Oh, we're really coming in hard. Here, the bulls have really used a lot of buying power in this megaphone, trying to push it up to higher highs, and then the bears take over. So this is definitely a bull exhaustion pattern. And we're confirming the bear flag. Less of a megaphone now and more of a bear flag. All right. Sorry. Bottle is so loud. Okay, went over that, went over nat gas, 15-minute lower high. So cold or nat gas short is on my list today. Tesla short is on my list, and coin short I'm already in, and I may add to it. Yeah, I don't like coin here. So I'm just trying to prioritize. If you're trying to run away and say, hey, I don't have much time left for this broadcast, nat gas short, Tesla short, coin short, and Netflix short on a bounce. Or that's some of my favorite plays of the day. Let's go back and look at Apple. Apple is losing that 147. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get rid of my images. 14661. Okay, that's interesting. 14661. Okay. If Apple fills this gap during regular trading hours, listen to my word choices very carefully. If nat gas fills the gap during regular trading hours of 14661, I would look for a potential long on a 2-minute trend change after it fills said gap, only if the market is going sideways to up. So whatever minute I'm at, it says 646 down here. If you want to rewind this and say, oh, okay, I'm going to go back to where Lori's computer said 646, that's probably one of the better setups for the day. Now that I see that gap, kind of changes things on Apple. I would like a long on a 2-minute trend change if the gap fills. The gap has to fill during regular trading hours. And y'all know me, I love me some Apple. I feel like Apple and I just kind of do a dance. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, hit the like button. All right. Amazon is weak. Let me look at my notes. Did I have anything profound to say about Amazon? Oh, that's what I wanted to say about Apple too. Apple is sitting on that daily 200 MA. Do you see it at 147.23? That's another reason I would love to try an Apple long, and I'm so frustrated. I have to drive today to move my son into a new apartment, so I'm not going to be able to trade today, and I could just cry because this is a good setup. But you know you're in the right profession when you hate that you're missing work. All right, so Apple's sitting on the 200 daily moving average, and Amazon's sitting on the 50 MA. Okay, we're breaking bear. We lost 93.67. Bears have got to keep this up during regular trading hours. Your next support is 91.52. We are just at a lot of key moving averages, and this would be a big day for bears if they can take all those moving averages out. NVIDIA, potential bull flag on the 4-hour, 225.72. That keeps a bull flag alive, 225.72. Of course, a bull would not want to see 231 break. That's the hourly 21 EMA. You would want bulls to find a foothold in that general area. You have an intraday support level at 23155. So NVDA, we just got back burner on 5 minutes. So now we shift to 15 minute. And you would say, tell me when RSI gets to 30 on the 15 minute, and that should be a decent back burner trade. And if you don't know what a back burner is, you can Google YouTube, what is a back burner strategy with the chart guys. Hi, Schneel in Austria. Always go with the higher time frame. Schneel is saying, what time frame should I use for day trading? 5, 15 minute, or 60 minute? So this is how it looks. 1 hour is more important than the 15. 15 is more important than the 5. Thank God I don't get paid for handwriting, huh? So hourly is more important. So if your thesis on the hourly is bullish, let's do a plus sign, and on the 15 minute is bullish, and on the 5 minute is bearish, which one should you go with? The ones where the higher time frames line up. So then on the 5 minute, you would be looking, you could even zoom into the 2 minute and say, I'm looking for a trend change to the bull side to go long on NVIDIA because the hourly and 15 minute are bullish. So that's how you kind of piece together those higher time frames, most likely scenarios, and then use the shorter term time frame for actual entry. So this is your fishing hole. This is where you are fishing, and this is your fishing pole, the shorter term time frame. You know, I'm so off my rhythm this morning, yet I still feel flow state. It's so weird. Oh, I love technical analysis. Okay. Tesla. Y'all, I talked to y'all about this potential 4-hour head and shoulders on Tesla earlier this week. Well, now that's turning into a potential daily head and shoulders. All right, so we're down 2.8%. Tesla could be our laggard bear. I like Tesla short. Tesla short, Apple long, only if those conditions are met. If you rewind to, this says 645 down here in this far right corner. Only if those conditions are met, Apple long. I like Tesla short, and I like Nat Gas short against 250. Coin, I like coin short against 63.05. All right, MARA. MARA is getting super tight. 701 is your support. We have a double top at 742, 743. I like this short. Why do I like this short? What is it running into? The Great Wall of Louisiana. Well, thank you. That's very nice. It doesn't have a translation function. Aw. Netflix. I may have to abandon this Netflix idea. It's pretty beat up. I was thinking we could go for a potential 15-minute overbought. You see that little orange triangle right there on Netflix? I set an alert for tell me when Netflix gets to first 15-minute overbought for a reverse back burner trade on Netflix for a short. I may have to wait till next week for that one, which I absolutely have to wait till next week because I can't trade today. PANW has been super strong. If the market were to find its footing at all, PANW could be a nice long. They beat on earnings. So let me kind of summarize here. Let me land the plane. Bullish and bearish. So bullish, I like Apple if conditions are met. NVDA for first 15-minute oversold. And I like PANW for first 15-minute oversold. Or just a 5-minute trend change, either way. Okay. So that's Apple. NVIDIA and PANW bullish. Bearish, I like NG against 250 for a potential 15-minute lower high. I like Tesla for a laggard bear trade, and I may swing that into next week. I'm going to stay for the market open. I may put that trade on and then just put a trailing stop on it. I like coin, bearish. Okay, MARA. That should give you enough to trade today. So here are the bear trades I like, and here are the bullish trades I like. Hey, Paul. Win for you, Marshall. Copa. Square. Looks like Square beat on earnings. $76.48 keeps a bull flag alive. So I like Square for a potential long today, taking advantage of this market weakness. If the market were to turn around, this could be a good dip buy opportunity. Hey, Luciano, thank you for being here. Yeah, hit the like button. Hey, Trey, how you doing? Sonoma, Ed. Okay, that's an interesting Joka. Joka saying that dollar approaching 80 RSI on hourly for the last 6 months marked at least a temporary top. Hey, George. Oh, let me see. One second. This is going to be a lot of Lori, okay? A whole lot of Lori. I just want to tell y'all good morning. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day.